Hello,
Hello. Yes, you tell.
ma'am. It is a experimental law.
Just you mention what are the 3 points is depending on how you're going to define your Coulomb's law. What are the three main important points when I'm
Uh,
going for a Coulomb's law?
Force of a point charges execute on another point charge.
Okay.
Electric charge, collections of electric charge,
Then
uh, positive and negative.
it's about a point charge.
Yes, ma'am.
Then
Polarity,
okay.
astagot.
Okay. Can you tell me what is the equation we got for Coulomb's law?
Yes, ma'am. Yes. F is equal to K into Q1 Q2 by R2 R square.
R square.
Yes, ma'am.
Uh, Based on the equation only, you have to define what is our Coulomb's law. It
Yes,
depends on the point charges about our Q1 and Q2, and it is inversely proportional to the square of the distance between the 2 point charges. Yes, these things it depends on our Coulomb's law. Okay. Next, Gautam. Gautam. Naveen. ಕರ್ಲ್ ಆಫ್ ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಅಂದ್ರೇನಪ್ಪ? I'm not hearing anything. Yes, Sai Divya. Okay, anybody can explain about what you mean by curl? Srusti. Magnitude and direction. Huh. Yes, maximum magnitude where we are getting at that point. Yes, that is what our curl of a vector. It is of a cross product of del cross with the any of the vector field. That is about a curl. At least you have to remember the definition of those. At least you can get minimum marks of those. And also the equations you have to remember. Okay. Okay, we'll continue with the electric field intensity. How much the force it can exhibit on other point charges based on where it is placed. That is about electric field intensity. Next we'll go with the continuation of our electrostatics. That is about how our electric field intensity fields are going to be aligned in a different ways. Like in your point charges, we gone with the three coordinate systems, like our spherical, cylindrical and Cartesian coordinate system. Here also in a different structures, how our electric field is going to be conducting and how the process is going for, and what are the equations we will learning of those things. Here electric field due to continuous continuous charge distribution. Means whatever the equations we taken in the previous cases, those are all for the point charge. Here in the figure it is mentioned where the point charges what we taken, it is for only of 2 point charges, where based on these 2 point charges, what is the characteristics of this, how it is going to be depending on these factors, we learnt of those. But when it's not that all the it will be having only few point charges for the field, due to that we are learning the point charges how it is distributed in a different fashion. Here it is given as the line charge, means on a line when a point charge is there, how you have to take the equation for this, or else when the charges are in a surface, on the surface like this, here line charges is taken as rho L and surface charges is taken as rho S. Then in terms of a volume, here the figure in like if it is like this, the charge distribution is in terms of volume, surface or else line. For these cases we will be learning what are the equations it will be getting off. Then next, for the line charge density, it's going to be taken as rho L in terms of coulombs per meter. For surface charge density, that is mentioned as rho S in terms of coulombs per meter square. And for volume charge, it is rho V in terms of coulombs per meter cube, volume in terms of meter cube. Then this row is different from the row what we learned in the previous cases. This row is just giving for the line charge density, surface and volume charge density. Then the charge element, that is dq, and the total charge, that capital Q, due to this charge distribution, in which way it is distributed, the equations are going to be dq is equals to rho L with the dl, how it is distributed, differential displacement. That's what rho L into dl, that is going to be a capital Q. This is a total charge that is going to be equals to integration of with L line charge rho L into dl, it is for the line charge. In the same way for the surface charge, it's going to be dq is equals to rho S ds, capital S here surface. Then it is of total charge is going to be integration with respect to S with respect to the surface rho S ds. This is for the surface charge. In the same way for the volume charge, that is rho V dV. Then total charge, it's going to be integration with the volume rho V dV. This will be given the equation for volume charge. Then electric field intensity due to each of the charge distribution, that is rho L, rho S and rho V, may be added as the summation of the field contributed by the numerous point charges. Means for the line charge, for each charge it will be giving its own electric field intensity. For in terms of a surface, each charge it's giving its own, it is having its own electric force and also its own electric field and also its intensity. It is having all its own properties, its own electrification. Each of the charge it is having. When I want to take the whole line, I have to add all of these. For that reason, it is taken as a numerous point charges making up the charge distribution. The summation we have to take of this. Each point charge we have to add of that. Then the equation of this, the dq is going to be changed as dq is going to be taken rho L dl, or else in terms of surface rho S ds or rho V and dV, and taking the integration we'll come to know what is the equation is going to be. That is electric field intensity is going to be, we already taken the equation, just here it is going to be integration L rho L dl divided by 4 pi epsilon naught r square into unit vector AR, in which direction it is moving. For the line charge, for surface charge, just changing instead of rho L dl, here we are writing as rho S ds. For volume charge, rho V dV we will be writing off. Then we will learn with each one by one for line charge, surface charge and also for the volume charge. For the line charge, considering a line charge with uniform charge density, here it is going to be taken as rho L extending from A to B. Here is the figure. In this, from A to B, a small charge here it is taken. Observe here, these 2 point charges, it's fixed within AB. Our 2 point charges, what might be the electric field intensity in terms of a line? That's what it is telling. Then the charge element dq associated with the element, for this element, for a small portion here is there, that is taken as dl. For that, dl is going to be equals to dz, because it is varying with respect to the z direction. For that reason, dl is taken as dz. Therefore, then the line is going to be dq is equals to rho L into dl, you have to write, but instead of dl, we can write as dz. That is rho L into dz, you will be getting off. Then the total charge q, the same equation what we taken here. Based on that, I will be writing here equation here as q is equals to integration in the z direction from A to B. Within this limit, how is our point charge is going to give the field intensity? How about this? That's what we are writing equation as integration from ZA to ZB rho L into dz. Then the electric field intensity E at any arbitrary point, here is P is taken as at xyz, P of xyz can be found in the before equations. Then the point charge here it is taken, and the source point by, this is the source point here, from this it is moving. This is a source point, it is a destination arising point. Source point is taken here as x dash, y dash and z dash. Observe here the x dash, y dash and z dash. X here it is only varying with respect to the z direction. For that reason, your values of x and y is 0. For that reason, 0, 0, comma z dash you will be getting off here. Then instead of dl, what I can write now? It is varying only at z dash. For that reason, dl is going to be equals to dz dash. This is different, and this is for this point we are preferring. For that reason, here is going to be dz dash. Then what is the, from this point to the P point, from here to the P point where it is located, what is the distance in between of these? We already come across how to write the equation, that is for this xyz to the dl, that is 0, 0, z dash. So xyz minus 0, 0, 0, z dash I can write as x unit vector ax plus y, because y minus 0 again will be written as y, ay plus z minus z dash az. This z dash. Then therefore the r I can write here is going to be, observe here, our z minus z dash. Here is z and here it is z dash. The difference what it's going to be, it is with respect to the row. For that reason, here the equation I can write for varying x and y as rho into a row. That's what the meaning here. Plus remaining part is as it is, z minus z dash az. Then r square is going to be, r square is mod of r square. R square means x square plus y square plus z minus z square, z dash whole square. X square plus y square plus z minus z dash whole square. When the transformation from our Cartesian to cylindrical, if you remember, x square plus y square is going to be equals to rho only, if you remember, or else our rho is going to be equals to square root of x square plus y square. Based on that, we can write the equation here as x square plus y square is going to be rho square, or else from here also we can write as rho square also. Rho square plus z minus z dash whole square. Then our AR divided by R square is going to be equals to, we already in the column slide we learnt of these points, again taking the same here. That is unit vector AR divided by the distance R square is going to be R divided by that R cube. That is going to be rho into A rho plus Z minus Z dash into AZ divided by, what is our R cube? It's going to be R square, rho square plus Z minus Z dash, so whole this is square to the power 3 divided by 2. This is what the magnitude. Magnitude is going to be square root again to the power cube. This square root I can write as 3 by 2 instead of this square root. That's what here it is written. That's it. Then substituting this equation in the field in intensity equation, then I can write here as E is going to be rho L divided by 4 pi epsilon naught. This AR divided by R square, that is AR divided by R square, I can write here as this equation, just replacing here. That is rho into A rho plus Z minus Z dash A Z divided by rho square plus Z minus Z dash whole square, that is power 3 by 2 into dz dash. In this, at this point we are going for interested to find what is this for the reason. Then just for our convenience, based on our angle, here it is the angle between the row line to the A, it is of alpha 1. From row line to the R, it is of alpha. Then row to the B, it is of alpha 2. Based on our angle, for our convenience, we are going to take in here the equation as R is going to be taken rho square plus Z minus Z dash whole square, that power 1 by 2, as that is going to be taken as rho into secant alpha. This is our assumption. Let it be. Okay, then Z dash is going to be, this Z dash is going to be of this part. Observe here, this is whole length of, if I take of this away, then I'll be getting what is the remaining here. For that reason, Z dash is going to be, the whole is of O T here, O T minus rho tan alpha, rho tan of this alpha, because we are interested to find of only of this part where our DL is going to be existing. For that reason, OT minus of this, I'll be getting what is the our limit from A to B. For that reason, here minus rho tan alpha here is 1. Then differentiate this equation. This will be a constant value. It will be going to be 0. Then minus tan differentiation is going to be rho constant value. Then secant square alpha into d alpha you will be getting off. Then substituting this equation in the equation here, then the equation is going to be changing as E is equals to minus sign, it's taken outside here, minus rho L divided by 4 pi epsilon naught. Here the limit is going to be changing from alpha 1 to alpha 2. From alpha 1 to the A point to the B point of this. It is going to be changing I1 of this point. Within this, what might be the electric field intensity? Then the limit integration is going to change alpha 1 to alpha 2. Then rho secant square alpha, then cos alpha A pi A rho plus sin alpha AZ into d alpha divided by rho square secant square of alpha. Substituting of each of the equation here, I will be getting the equation of this. Then E is equals to minus rho L divided by 4 pi epsilon naught. This rho is taken here. Then This part will be cancelling off. Then remaining is of cos alpha a rho plus sin alpha az into d alpha. Then for finite line charge, I can write the equation here as integrating of sin and cos. Then E is equals to rho L divided by 4 pi epsilon naught rho into integration of cos minus sin. Therefore minus sin upper limit to lower limit sin alpha 2 minus sin alpha 1 into a rho plus cos upper limit alpha 2 minus cos alpha 1 into az. With respect to az, it is varying. Then as special case, the infinite line charge for point B is varying from 0 to 0 comma 0 to infinity. For a line, it is from 0 comma 0 to minus infinity. Plus infinity to minus infinity, it is going to be varying our z axis. So that alpha 1 is going to be pi by 2 and alpha 2 is going to be minus pi by 2. Therefore this all will be vanishing. Then I will be getting of E is equals to rho L divided by, just you have to substitute alpha 1 as pi by 2 and then alpha 2 as pi minus pi by 2. Then solve for that equation. We will be getting as E is equals to rho L divided by 2 pi epsilon naught into rho into a rho. This equation is very important. The equation is for the line charge. Remember the equation and small calculation here. At least if you are able to write this equation, that will be enough. Further it will be easy for you. And remember the special case, substitute the value for alpha and alpha 2, you will be getting electric field intensity for infinite line charge as rho L divided by 2 pi epsilon naught into rho. This is about into a rho. This is about our line charge distribution. Next is for the surface charge distribution. In the same way, considering an infinite sheet of charge in a xy plane with uniform charge density, here it is going to be taken as rho s. In the previous case, it is taken as rho L. Here it is going to be rho s. The charge associated with an elemental area, that is ds, is going to be, dq is going to be taken as rho s into ds. In previous, rho L into dl we taken. Then the contribution of E field at point P. Observe here, at point P, here in the z direction it's going to be xy will be in a constant. Therefore x0, y0 and z is taken as h here. By the charge dq on elemental surface 1. Here elemental surface 1 here it is taken and elemental surface 2 here is taken. The 2 point charges are placed in elemental 1 and elemental 2, and these two charges where it is giving the electric field intensity at the point towards our P. This is how you have to take the theory for this. Then evaluation of field at infinite sheet of charge. Based on this sheet, our point charges, how it is giving the electric field intensity at point B, P. Then here dE is going to be equals to dQ divided by 4 pi epsilon naught r square into AR. From the, based on this figure, our R is going to be taken from element 1. Observe here, for element 1, it is from one element to the P. Therefore, R is going to be here the radius rho into minus a rho in the opposite direction, minus of a rho. It is in this direction, it is moving for that reason, plus here h, this and this direction, h into az. Here is the only varying is of rho and here only varying is of h. Based on this, the distance I can find out. Then our r is going to be equals to, what is the mod of this r? That is rho square minus rho is again rho square plus h square power 1 by 2. Then unit vector AR is going to be R divided by R, and dq is going to be rho s and ds, but here the ds surface is going to be changing as rho s rho into only which are varying factors. Here it is pi is there and also rho is there. For that reason d pi into d rho. We already taken the equations for surface and also volume. The same thing here we are going to be taking again. Then these values are going to be substituted in the equation. Then I will be getting equation as dE is equals to, substitute dq instead of dq. I can write here as rho s rho d pi into dq. Then our r, that is minus rho into a rho plus h into az divided by 4 pi epsilon naught rho square plus h square power 3 by 2. This is going to be substituting here. Then the symmetric of the charge distribution, for every element 1 there is a corresponding element 2, means whatever changes is going to be occurring at element 2, the same change is going to be occurring at the element 2 also. Arrow cancels. Due to this, the same whatever the action is going to be changing at element 1, in the same way it is going to be changing at element 2, but in the opposite direction. For that reason the unit vector is going to be cancelling off. That's what the meaning here. Arrow is cancels for the element 1. Therefore the contribution of EP E rho adds up with the 0, so that E has only the Z component. Means if these two will cancels off, then only remaining part is of what? In the Z direction only, means Z component is going to be existing. This can also be in terms of a mathematical fashion, replacing arrow with a cos pi ax plus sin pi ay. We can write it off. Then integrating cos pi and sin pi with a changing. Pi is going to change in a cylindrical coordinate system. We already came to know pi is going to varying from 0 to 2 pi. You have to remember Cartesian coordinate system. What are the things we learned? Based on that only we are taking the equations again here. First equations what we taken of a transformation or else relationship between our Cartesian to cylindrical. Those points, if you remember, this will be easy to analyze how we are going to be getting off. Then therefore E is going to be equals to integration S d Ez is going to be only for the Z component. For that reason then rho s divided by 4 pi epsilon naught, these factors taken here. Then pi is varying from 0 to 2 pi, but our rho is varying from, this is a radius value, it will be for positive values only. For that reason it is varying from 0 to infinity. Then equation is taken here as h into rho d rho into d pi. Only Z component is going to be existing. This will be going off. So h into rho d pi dq, here it is written. I hope you understood this point. Then the denominator part, rho square plus h square power 3 by 2 as it is. Then solve for this. Rho square h divided by 4 pi epsilon naught, here it is taken commonly. Then pi, here is only 1 pi, we will be getting as 1 only. Upper limit is 2 pi, for that reason 2 pi will get as it is. Then integration 0 to infinity, this rho square plus h square power, this taken in the numerator part, minus 3 by 2. Then in terms of rho, if I go with, then I will get as 1 by 2 d rho square into az. Again go for integration of with respect to rho, then we will be getting as this 2 pi get cancels, 2 and 2 times. Then rho s h divided by 2 epsilon, this value minus is infinity minus of 0, right? Minus, if you do integration for this, you'll be getting as rho square plus h square power minus 1 by 2 of minus with the limit 0 to infinity into az you will be getting. Then E is going to be equals to rho s divided by 2 into epsilon naught with respect to z component, that is az. Then E has only the z component. If the charge is in the xy plane, then the equation is very valid for h is greater than 0. If h is less than 0, then we should replace with az with a minus az, or else in generally we can write the equation as E is equals to rho s divided by 2 into epsilon naught with respect to a n. It may have x component, y component, or else a z component. Remember this equation. This is for our surface charge distribution. Surface charge distribution is going to be rho s divided by 2 times epsilon naught into the unit vector. For line charge, it's going to be rho l divided by 2 pi epsilon naught into rho into a rho. These equations are very important. Then where an is the unit vector normal to the sheet, then based on the equations of 2.4 and 2.5, what's they telling? It is independent of the distance between the sheet and also the point of the observation at P. Means it's not depends on the distance at where it is located of element 1 or 2 in the surface area, but it depends on our what is the rho s and epsilon naught and in which direction it is moving. Then in parallel plate capacitor, the electric field existing between the two plates having equal and opposite charges are going to be given as, for capacitor parallel capacitor plates, you can give a supply here 5 capacitors to charge and discharge. Okay, for this our electric field intensity is going to be rho s divided by 2 epsilon naught an charging and discharging, for that reason minus of rho s divided by 2 epsilon naught minus an, or else I can write here as rho s divided by epsilon naught into an. You will be getting off. This is for our surface charge. In the same way, for the volume charge, here our volume charge with the radius of r, r, theta and pi. Here the for this point P, here it is taken as, observe here, it is not it is towards the z component only. For that reason the first two factors are 0 and last one is as z. At this point of any of the element, here it is taken, an object is taken. For this object, what might be the electric field intensity in the volume charge within a volume, what it may be. Here it is taken as r theta, r dash, theta dash and pi dash dv at this point. Then let volume sphere be filled uniformly with a volume charge density as rho v in terms of coulombs per meter cube. The charge dq associated with the elemental volume dv, this is the element it's taken, that is dv at r dash, theta dash and pi dash is going to be dq is equals to rho v into dv. What we taken in the previously starting point, the same thing here also. Then the total charge is going to be integration with respect to a volume dv in rho v into dv. That I can, rho v is a constant value, for that reason taken outside, rho v integration with the dv only. Then that is going to be equals to rho v, the volume is going to be taken as the area of a volume is 4 pi a cube divided by 3, the basic equation. Based on that, here it is written. Then the electric field intensity dE outside the sphere, what is the P value here is going to be, the varying factors only at z point. For that reason 0 comma 0 comma z due to elementary volume charge is the equation is going to be dE is equals to rho v into dV divided by 4 pi epsilon naught r square into AR. Only change is done of this only. Then where our AR unit vector AR here is going to be cos alpha AZ minus sin alpha A rho. Just make this point. The symmetry of the charge distribution and continuous towards our x and also in the y direction is going to be 0. Why? Because it's varying only in the z direction only. For that reason, then Ez is going to be equals to vector field intensity E with the z component in the z direction. For that reason, Az that is equals to integration dE for this dE cos alpha. What here is going to be taken, it is of a cos alpha, that is equals to rho v divided by 4 pi epsilon naught d. Already we taken the equation here, that equation is substituting here, that's it. Integration v with respect to v dv cos alpha divided by r square. Then expression for dv r square and cos alpha, dv is going to be equals to, for this dv is going to be equals to r square r dash square, it's varying with the r dash square sin theta dash, then dr d theta dash, then d pi dash, because it's a volume equation we already taken for the sphere. That equation we are substituting here, that's it. R square sin theta dash dr dash d theta dash d pi dash, dr d theta d pi. Instead of that, here it is taken as in terms of r dash theta dash and pi dash. For that reason, here it is written. Then cosine rule, based on cosine rule, r square is going to be z square of this, r square is going to be z square plus r dash square minus 2 z r dash cos theta dash, then small r square r dash square is going to be z square plus r square minus 2 z r cos theta you will be getting. Then for our convenience, we are expressing the equation for cos alpha as going to be z square plus r square minus r dash square divided by 2 zr. From this, in terms of cos, then cos theta dash is going to be z square plus r dash square minus r square divided by 2 z r dash. Then differentiating equation of this, then I'll be getting as sin theta dash into d theta dash is going to be equals to, it's only with respect to theta, it's just changing, and z and r dash are keeping as it is. Therefore, I'll be getting as r into dr divided by z r dash. Then theta dash varies from 0 to pi. Therefore, z minus r dash to z plus r dash if p is outside the sphere. If p is outside the sphere, observe here it is outside the sphere. Therefore, substituting for all the equations here, then Ez is going to be rho v divided by 4 pi epsilon naught pi dash 0 to 2 pi into d pi dash, then r dash 0 to alpha, then r z minus r dash to z plus r dash, then r dash square r into dr divided by z r dash, dr dash z square plus r square minus r dash square divided by 2zr into 1 by r square. Just you are substituting the value, then go on solving for this. Then you will be getting as E is equals to Q divided by 4 pi epsilon naught Z square into AZ. obtained the equation what we got, it is for E at P of value as 0 comma 0 comma Z, but we want the electric field at R theta and pi. Therefore I'll be getting the equation as E is equals to Q divided by, instead of Z, 4 pi epsilon naught into R square at R into AR. Instead of Z, here it is going to be AR. Then which is identical to the electric field at same point due to the point charge Q located at the origin or the center of the spherical charge distribution. Means wherever you are going for, whether you are going to different your electric field intensity at any point, but it is same as at the origin also. That's what the meaning here. This is about the electric field due to the continuous charge distribution in terms of a line charge, and also in terms of a surface charge, and also in terms of a volume charge. Okay, we'll stop here.